안녕하세요. 파파원어원입니다. 제가 요즘 한창 열을 올리고 있는 게 있는데요. 하나는 곧 출시를 앞두고 있는 앱 개발이고 다른 하나는 내년 상반기를 목표로 준비 중인 두 번째 책입니다. 이 책의 주제를 정하는 데 있어서 제가 제일 처음 냈던 아이디어가 있었는데 이런저런 이유로 지금은 방향을 다르게 잡았거든요. 그래서 이제는 세상에 나올 수 없게 됐지만 묵혀두면 뭐합니까? 우리 구독자분들에게 공유해야죠. 바로 그 컨셉의 바탕이 된 기획안을 오늘 영어로 공개하겠습니다. 가볍게 틀어놓으시면서 동기부여 받는 시간 되시면 좋겠습니다.
I've tried everything, phone English, video chats, shadowing, you name it. But when the real moment comes to actually speak English, it often feels like I'm back to square one, as if all my study disappeared. Anyone who has studied English conversation has probably felt this at least once or twice. Why does this happen? Do we just need more time and effort? No, it's because we're missing the most important final step. Many people mistake just speaking in English for practicing conversation. But that's like saying, I practiced swimming today, just because you dipped into the water for a while. Sure, you might lose your fear of water, and maybe you can move forward a little. But your swimming skills won't improve much beyond that. The same goes for language. Speaking practice can help organize and polish what you already know, and that's valuable. But it usually doesn't bring dramatic improvement. Of course, there are some geniuses who can pick things up instantly, but let's leave them aside. The result is natural. What's missing is correction. Think about two people living in an English-speaking country, an adult and a young child. Their English learning speed is worlds apart. Yes, biology is a big factor, but environment also matters. Children constantly get corrected by parents, teachers, and friends, and they naturally accept correction as part of growing up. Adults, on the other hand, rarely receive correction. In fact, correcting another adult without being asked is often seen as rude. So, adults lose those correction opportunities. But correction is the key to learning a language. Anyone who has closely watched a child learn their first language would agree. It's not just about hearing the language 24/7 until, boom, they magically start talking. No. Children make countless mistakes and they are corrected countless times. They repeat the same mistake hundreds of times. Mommy, shoe. Do shoe. Until they finally accept the corrected version. Put on my shoes. That's why adult conversation practice often doesn't improve much. Listening skills may improve, but speaking remains stuck at the same awkward beginner level for years because correction never happens. So we must create our own correction process, especially if we live in Korea, where there are very few chances to make mistakes and try again. The good news is that with modern AI, it's easier than ever. AI can act like a native parent or teacher and give you correction. I use an error notebook for this process. You might remember using one in school. Instead of copying the teacher's notes, you wrote down the questions you got wrong and the concepts you found confusing. My error notebook is for English. Whenever I notice an awkward expression during video chats, diary writing, or even when I talk to myself in English, I rewrite it in a natural way and record it. This has brought amazing results. I realized that most of the things I couldn't say out loud were actually possible using simple words I already knew. Each time I understood those words more deeply. Through this, I began to experience what thinking in English really feels like, and my confidence in speaking skyrocketed. The best part is that an error notebook is based entirely on personal experience. Unlike math, where one principle applies to many problems, language learning is deeply personal. I hope you'll try this process and fill your own notebook for 100 days. One day, you'll be amazed to find that even the English you mutter to yourself feels natural.
이게 제가 사용하는 오답노트고요. 목표를 하루에 5개로 정해서 웬만하면 매일 하려고 하고 있습니다. 주로 저는 화상 영어를 녹화한 다음에 그걸 복습하면서 거기에서 어색했던 표현들 위주로 정리를 하고 있고, 그냥 길 가다가도 하고 싶은 말이 있었는데 그게 영어로 잘 안 떠올랐다 하면 그런 걸 적기도 하고요. 시간 없으면 그냥 영어만 적기도 하고 한국말과 같이 적기도 합니다. 어차피 나만 알아볼 수 있으면 되는 거니까 이걸 왜 적었었는지, 어떤 상황에서 적었었는지 나는 기억을 할 수 있잖아요. 요즘은 너무 바빠서 화상 영어를 일주일에 한 번 정도밖에 못 하는데, 화상 영어도 해보니까 이틀에 한 번 정도가 개인적으로는 딱 좋은 것 같더라고요. 수업하고 복귀하고 수업하고 그 다음날 복귀하고 이런 식으로 하면 효과가 컸던 것 같아요. 너무 오래된 녹화 파일을 가지고 복귀를 하면 이때 이렇게 말하고 싶었던 거였는데 이런 아쉬움이랑 간절함이 좀 희미해지더라고요. 아쉬움이 커야 깨달음의 충격도 커서 기억에 오래 가는 것 같아요. 리스닝은 많이 늘었는데 스피킹이 왠지 계속 제자리인 것 같다, 그런 분 계시다면 한 번쯤 참고로 이런 방법도 활용해 보시면 좋을 것 같습니다. 오늘 내용도 도움이 되셨길 바랄게요. 그럼 다음 시간에 뵙겠습니다. 감사합니다.